She pointed at me with a trembling finger, heels clicking across the hardwood like gunshots. "You're a pathetic 45-year-old leech," she barked. "Get out of my house." I smiled. Not politely, no. I let it curl into a grin that tasted like victory and burned like whiskey. "Try to make me," I said, folding my arms. She stormed into the hallway, phone already pressed to her ear. "911, I have a man trespassing in my home." My home. I didn't stop her. I even offered her a bottle of water while she waited for the cops. Politeness is the final insult. There was a time I'd have taken a bullet for my little brother. I used to carry him on my shoulders, taught him how to drive, covered for him when he crashed Dad's car into a mailbox. When our parents died, I stepped up, canceled college, sold the idea of a future to raise him right. He was 20 when I bought the house. Our house. He didn't contribute a cent, didn't need to. I was the provider. He was the dreamer. And I believed in his dreams more than he did. That was my first mistake. She came into the picture 2 years ago, Lauren. All manicured smiles and wide eyes that never blinked. She moved in fast. Within months, he was shaving in her bathroom, driving her car, parroting her opinions. Then the shift started. Subtle at first. Locked doors. Whispered conversations. My name coming up and falling quiet when I entered the room. Then, one morning, I came down to make coffee and my mug was gone. Not just any mug, the one Mom gave me. A stupid, chipped thing with a faded World's Best Brother print. When I asked, she said, "We're trying to declutter. It was ugly." She looked me in the eye when she said it. That's when I knew she wanted me out. I started noticing things. Bills in my name started disappearing. The spare key went missing. Guests they didn't tell me about. I came home once and found my boxes, my life, stacked in the garage. Then the nail. I overheard her. I wasn't even trying to eavesdrop. "I don't care if he bought it. He has no will, no spine. We'll edge him out, one way or another." She didn't whisper it. I stood on the other side of the hallway, holding the doorframe like it was the only thing keeping me from collapsing. She called me a leech, said I was dead weight, said my brother deserved a real life without the ghost of a washed-up sibling hanging around. And he laughed. Not just a chuckle, a full-body, betrayal-soaked laugh. That laugh gutted me deeper than any knife could. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I cleaned the bathroom like I always did, took out the trash, fixed the cabinet hinge she broke. But I started planning. First thing I did, pulled out the deed, dusted it off. I'd bought the house under my name, solely. Never transferred it, never added him to anything. I'd forgotten how smart that move was, until now. Then I met with a lawyer, locked it all down, tight. I wrote up a formal eviction plan, got every legal I crossed, made sure the utilities still linked back to me. I waited 3 weeks. Let her get comfortable. Let her strut around in yoga pants and sip $14 wine while calling me a parasite. Let her think she was winning. Then, last night, I moved my stuff back into the master bedroom. This morning, she snapped. The cops arrived within 7 minutes, 2 of them, one older, one young and stiff. She greeted them at the door, tears cued, voice trembling. "He threatened me," she said. "He's refusing to leave. I think he's dangerous." They stepped in like they were ready for a brawl, asked me for ID, asked me to explain myself. I didn't argue. I handed over the deed, signed, notarized, sealed. I'll never forget the shift in the young officer's face when he read it. He turned to her slowly. "Ma'am, this isn't your house." Her face cracked. First the lips, then the eyes, then the trembling jaw. But he doesn't even, he lives here. He sleeps in the garage, for God's sake." I stepped forward. "She can take her things. I'm not cruel, but she needs to be out by the end of the day." "You can't do this," she screamed. "I live here." "You squatted here," I corrected, "in my home. mocked me in my own kitchen, hid my mail, trashed my family's memories, and now you're going to pack. She turned to my brother for help. He stood frozen in the hallway, pajama shirt half buttoned, staring like a kid watching his house burn down. You're going to say something, right? Tell them this is our home. He didn't move, didn't speak, just stared at the floor like it might offer him an escape tunnel. She threw her phone. It bounced off the wall and cracked, just like her plans. She left in a frenzy of profanity and broken hangers. I let her take whatever she wanted, except my mother's mug. That stayed. My brother lingered. He tried to apologize. I didn't know she'd... You laughed, I cut in. That's all I needed to know. He said nothing after that, just walked out into the garage, picked up one of the boxes he once tried to stuff my life into, now holding his own. It's quiet now. The house feels different, bigger, clearer. I'm not angry anymore, not exactly, just done. People think revenge is rage. No, it's calculation. It's patience. It's letting someone dig their own grave while you hand them the shovel with a smile. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't raise my hand. I just raised the curtain, and when the light hit, they burned. You don't need to scream to be heard. Sometimes silence, backed by a signature, is louder than any revenge speech.